Hello everyone, my name is Yoon, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to reset the chronograph function of your watch. Now, depending on the watch, it's always different. So on this watch, for example, the Bulova, the second hand is on the 6 o'clock circle, and the chronograph function is a long sweeping hand. So to start the chronograph function, you press the top to start it, and then you would see it start to move, and then when you want to stop, you just press it again, and you press the bottom one to reset it. Now, over a period of use, you might start to use this by accident, not really knowing that it's a second hand, it's a chronograph hand. And a watch like this, the long sweeping hand is the second hand, and on the 6 o'clock is the chronograph hand, and you'll start to see that move because I just pressed it. And so over long periods it will be off. Sometimes the reset position will always be off. So I'm going to be teaching you how to reset the chronograph hands. So I'm going to use the Bulova watch because it has a bigger face, white face, so it's clear to see. So you're going to want to pull the crown out 2 notches. And when you press the top one, it's going to start to move the second chronograph hand. So once it goes, a couple minutes around, and you're going to start to see the minute hand of here starting to move. So let's say it's off by like this. So this is how I set my chronograph right now. So this is what I set it to at 0. So if I start it here and then I stop it, it's going to go right back to that position. So that's not what I want. I want it all into the 0 position. So I pull the crown out 2 notches again, and then I'm going to start to move. So let's say my chronograph, the minute hand, is off by a couple of minutes. I'm going to move my second hand a couple times to give you a great illustration. So the top one will move it upwards, clockwise, and the bottom one will move back the minute hand back to its original position. And you just want to reset the chronograph hands. And this is different from watch to watch. So on this watch, so I'll pull it crown out. If I do this, if I keep moving it, my chronograph, the minute hand starts to move on the chronograph. And if I stop it and use the bottom one here, the second hand will be moving backwards. So there are many different ways to set it because each watch is different. And when I want to align it, I align it to the 12 o'clock position, and it's all set. Unlike the Bulova watch, where if I press the bottom one, it automatically pops up to the 12 o'clock position, the watch is different. So the best way to, if you have a different watch than the Microcore Bulova, the examples that I'm showing you, you always want to pull out the crowns and 2 notches and play with the top and the bottom little buttons. And sometimes if you press 2 at once, that will also activate the second hand if the top one and the bottom one does not. And for just in case, another example, if you pull the crown out 1 notch where you'll be setting the date, and sometimes if you press the chronograph hands when you pull the first notch out, that will sometimes also help you reset the chronograph hands. But for the most part, it will always be on the second notch. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave any comments, questions, recommendations that you have below, and thank you.